Bonjour everyone, welcome back to another quick video. Today I decided to do a little brand showcase, car manufacturer brand as opposed to a diecast brand. So I'm a big fan of Porsches in general, 911s and others. So I wanted to show you some of my favorite from my collection. Uh, Gonna do a little quick overview of a few things and finish off with a special unboxing of something that you may or may not have seen before. All right, so let's start it off quickly with some 1/64 scale. Basically, I'm gonna start off with the little main line here. It's a little Matchbox Porsche 911 996 series turbo. So pretty much the unloved generation, still to this day, despite it gaining a little bit of popularity. Um, this rendition by Matchbox is definitely something that's well executed. The reason I do love Matchbox is really because they just go out and make clean, simple, realistic renditions of the cars that they decide to produce. So basically, this one does have front light tampos, Porsche emblem, nice guards red with tan interior. Lack of front detailing on the bumper vents, but hey, dollar car, right? Still extremely extremely good value and detail for the money. So you can see the rear, got the lights, turbo emblem. So a little Porsche license plate there, which is pretty cool. Um, yeah, here's the base. This is probably something I picked up, I'd say probably mid 2000s. Store find, peg find. Definitely not the first release of this model. Only one I have in my collection. So yeah, I really like this one. It's a little bit different, and it's a generation of Porsche that 911 that we don't necessarily see all that often. So next up, one of my first premium Hot Wheels pickups after they changed the card format from smaller cards to bigger cards, probably 5 years ago, something like that. So Urban Outlaw, Magnus Walker, Porsche 964. This would be from the Track Days Car Culture Premium Series from Hot Wheels. So metal on metal. Here's the base. Real Riders. Love those little 8 spokes. They're great wheels to swap onto anything that's going to be of a certain vintage. I'd say anything pretty much that's under 1990. Looks great. Gives it a little race look. Great tampo work, representative of what Magnus actually puts on his cars. Plastic bumpers. Or are they? I believe they're plastic bumpers. Well, you got the lensed rear light bar. Not in red, which is special touch. Blue interior to match the base, obviously. Front lights are not done, which I'm eventually probably going to remedy too. Although I always hesitate to detail premiums, as it's hit or miss on value loss and whatnot. Not that I want to sell this in any way, shape, or form, but very nice little car. I love this. Lack of spoiler in the 964 generation. With the 993 generation, the last of the air cooled, basically, definitely still remain my favorites. Generation of 911. Let's see. Next, something a little bit different. So, 930 turbo. Geno's 911 by Johnny Lightning. Now, Johnny Lightning produce European cars. They really do normally go with things from England more often. This one, though, is definitely something I was very happy to find quite some years ago on eBay. Opening rear hood with not a hugely detailed flat six turbo, but you know, still very nice. Big whale tail. Very nicely detailed. All paint work. So, Porsche emblem, flashers in the bumper, nice lights, and rear lights are extremely well done with that Porsche scripture in the middle of that rear light bar. Really cool dark red interior. And look at that steering wheel. Very well reproduced. Really, really cool stuff. Very heavy. Metal on metal. Yeah, really a keeper. The only thing that is a little bit off, I'd say, would be those wheels. That I would have preferred the Fuchs 5 spokes. But you know what? They're still very cool. Of the gold ring around the beauty ring around the around those tiny 6 spokes. Same width front and rear, which is definitely off from reality, but at the same time, still got the wide hips in the back, and you know, the stance does look quite correct. If we're talking about the overall look there. All right, next we have a probably one of the most iconic 911s ever released. The 1973 2.7 RS Carrera. This is a Tomica Premium. So, no side mirrors on these, fortunately. But the rest of the car, fantastic stuff. Rubber tires. Here's your base. 2017 release, as you can see. 161 scale, so a little bit larger. Detail on this is phenomenal. Lens headlights and tail lights. Oh, the script is perfect. Not quite to scale, but I mean, at the end of the day, it would be pretty much illegible. It'd be illegible at this scale if we're talking about the Carrera RS on the rear. But the side stripes are perfect. And I mean, that front end is the only little detail lacking, I think, would be a little bit more detail in that lower middle portion of the front bumper with the grill there, but I'm not going to complain about that. Closed windows, it's going to be hard to take a look inside, but we'll do our best. Yeah, not a whole lot to see there, but you know, the inside is very well molded. Little rear view mirror integrated into the front light. Spoiler's great with a little duckbill. Awesome stuff. Yeah, I really like this one. Love the two-tone type of look going on there. Very retro and very representative of the real thing. Last one that I'm going to show you here, 164 or close to it, is going to be this one here. So this would be an Auto Art 993 generation Carrera Cabrio. Let's try and focus here, eh? So Auto Art, I think, need no introduction. This thing is so well detailed and so well proportioned. True 164 scale. rubber tires, plastic base, as was the Atomica, by the way. Look at this thing. There's no way to fault anything on this diecast if we're talking about rendition by the manufacturer. Nice painted rear details, painted front details, and yeah, as you can see, unfortunately, there's a crack in the windshield. Yeah, that happened through a move. I've probably had this bad boy for 10 plus years, so interior is awesome. Kind of hard to see, but yeah. Look at this thing, huh? Steering wheel, the dashboard, you see all the little intricate details. Shift knob, handbrake, everything's there. 1/64 scale, and this is something I'd be happy to see, expect to see in a 124. Happy to see in a 143, but wow, I mean, no, it's really perfect. It's kind of lightweight, as is the Tomica, but at the end of the day, you know, plastic base obviously will hinder some of that actual weight. Yeah, so that's a little 164 line up there. Next one, I'm going to show you something a little bit different. So, basically, we're just going to remove these. Something a little bit larger. A little bit larger. So this is a 124 scale, which was a 930 slant nose. And this is a Gembala conversion. Gembala? I'm not sure how in German the G in conjunction with the E would lead to on pronunciation, but hey. So 124, there's so many details to go through here. Firstly, wheels. Those BBS RS three-piece wheels are pretty well rendered. This is, by the way, a 124 scale by Revell. I mean, the details were to start. Whale tail, huge whale tail, with an extension to gather even more air into that rear flat six turbo. We've got those, Testarossa style side vents, and these aero mirrors are to die for. Not only are they phenomenal looking and aerodynamically much more sound than the very square rear view mirrors that were on the 911 originally, but they're pretty much unbreakable on this diecast. So great stuff. Don't end up with a broken mirror or something like that. Give you a little shot of the front. Look how aggressive that is. A little license plate. There was a Porsche logo. It's unfortunately gone. Separate wipers. And wow, yep, it's pretty darn low. Best part of this car though, is definitely the rear. Look at this thing. Got the Dembala rear sticker. This is called the Avalanche. There's also a little sticker that you can see under the whale tail, advising that it's a Dembala design, the name of the person that designed it. And this one has a opening rear engine cover. Unfortunately, I have to hold it open because it doesn't hold by itself. Not a huge amount of detail, right? This is not a super high quality diecast. It's good quality, but it's just not going to have the detail that you would expect from higher hierarchy brands, basically. And I'll give you a little shot of the interior through these opening doors. No opening frunk, but red seats. This is separate steering wheel. Obviously, turns with the front wheels. Pretty cool stuff. And I mean, this just screams 1980s in my humble opinion. This is the pretty much top of what you can expect from 1980s tuner cars. I mean, These cars had, what, 400 to 450 horsepower in period, which doesn't seem like a whole lot today, but keep in mind that the standard same vintage 930 turbo, which is pretty much this one, had about 300 horsepower. So it is a big increase, 50% power increase over stock. And I'm going to show you the base, plastic base. So 124 Yambala Avalanche Cirrus. Cirrus was actually, I believe, the convertible version. And Revell 1990 copyright. Threaded tires, as you can see, obviously rubber tires. Base details aren't bad, and what I really wanted to point out from the base is Yambala specific exhaust with 6 exits, because 6 are always better than 4, let alone 2. So there you go. This is something that I've had since childhood, early teens, I believe. And I've kept it ever since. You know, plastic is yellowed out a little bit. You know, it's got a little bit of UV damage and nick here and there. You know, flea bites and whatnot. But I mean, and that missing front Porsche emblem. But at the end of the day, I probably got this in mid-90s. Kept it ever since. The last thing I want to show, we're going to do a little unboxing. And this is something that's pretty special to me. This is actually, hopefully, won't be too much glare, but a triple pack of Porsche 956 in the Le Mans winning Rothmans livery. And I picked this up at the Porsche Museum in Germany upon visiting Germany 4 to 5 years ago. I'd say 4.5 years ago. And I had to pick this up. I did not have any Le Mans Porsche at the time. I love, this is one of my favorite race cars. Porsche Museum branding right there. Again. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna get the cellophane off as delicately as possible. This has been taped up for about 4.5 years since I've been there. Flew with me all the way from Porsche Museum to Berlin and then back to Canada. So here we go. Get this out of the way. Look at that. Remove this from the sleeve. And let's see what we have inside. So mind you, this is the Le Mans winning car from the 1983 24 Hours of Le Mans, which also happens to be my year of birth. Oh, this doesn't stay on. Let me just put it on the side for now. Very excited about this. And there they are. All 3 1/87th scale Porsches. I'm going to delicately remove each. And I'm not going to be taking these out of the package. The little packages here for now, but I'm still going to show them off for you. So here we are, Le Mans winning Porsche Rothmans team. Well, let's push this a little bit further. There we go. So, wow. So these are plastic body, plastic base, uh, which may kind of sound like a downer, but for 1/87th scale, sometimes this is actually something that's good. Since plastic molding can be easily corrected and perfected. Look at those details though. Those tiny side view mirrors. All the livery is perfectly representative of that Le Mans winning car. Notice the different colored wheels. Here's what we have underneath. Oh, hello, Porsche 956. Wow, really happy about this. So yeah, as mentioned, I'm going to keep these in the package, but I mean, the 1, 2, 3 cars. Just in case you were wondering, brand for this, Bricchina Automodelle. There you go. If ever you're interested. And I don't know if it's possible to order these, but barcode information as well, if ever. And yeah, so there you go. Really, really cool stuff. Definitely happy I actually got to check these out with you guys, because motorsport is something that is so inspiring. So, hope you enjoyed the video. And until next one, I wish you an excellent day. If you enjoyed, don't hesitate to like, subscribe for future videos, and of course, comment if ever you have feedback or questions or comments. Have a great day. Bye bye.